guys, welcome back to One Galaxy. If you haven't been to my channel, I do reviews on boxes that I've received from Sideshow, Hot Toys, collectible figures, especially from Star Wars. But today we actually received a cool item from Sideshow, and it's no other than our friend Michael Myers. And what a great product to receive, especially during Halloween October timeframe. So I just opened up the top portion first. I haven't really opened it up yet, so we'll see. Michael Myers Deluxe edition. So I pretty much bought multiple figures from Sideshow, Hot Toys, but they've been Star Wars related, and all of them, I have to say, they're mostly 10 out of 10. Maybe one was a 9 out of 10, but that was just because the joints were not as flexible as I wanted it to be. So this is actually the first time I am getting something outside of Star Wars. Again, I'm not really a big horror fan, but I don't know, the whole hype of the movie and everything kind of got me back into this Michael Myers thing. So this is not from Hot Toys. This is actually the 6th scale from Sideshow. Sideshow makes these. So the box, again, I can't really complain. The box always comes pretty cool with cool designs, cool features that you can display next to your figure. But let's go ahead and open it up. Right? All right. So off the bat, sometimes, I don't know if it's a pet peeve to you or not, but you can see the box is a little bit bent there. I don't really mind it. I know there's some collectors that are really picky about that, especially for the price that you pay. I'm gonna tell you, this guy was $235 plus $15 for shipping, so yeah, around that. Okay, so you can kind of see the accessories that it comes with. The figure comes with 3 different hand poses, 2 different knives, one with blood, one without blood, right here, and the phone, and I think it comes with the drape. Yeah, I think it comes with the drape. That's pretty cool. They made it cool design right here that you can kind of see. So let's go ahead, bring that up. All right, so let's slide this out. Okay, this is pretty cool. Usually it's like just a regular blank little design, but they kind of made it pretty cool. All right, so let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. So two parts to it. So you have the figure itself, and then you have the actual stand. And the stand is nothing special, nothing too special. You have the drape, kind of like when he did in the original movie, where he had that sheet over his face with the glasses. You have the skull, not the skull, the pumpkin, the Judith Myers engraved, and the actual stand. So let's start with the stand first. I'll start with the stand. All right, so, and again, if you're new to my channel, I just do reviews on Hot Toy figures, collectibles, Star Wars, whether it's Sideshow collectibles or anything else that has to do with Star Wars, or pretty much anything Star Wars. So, or something new like this that's not for Star Wars. But I'm actually getting into other ones such as Marvel. I'm never really into that, kind of just stuck with the Star Wars universe, but slowly thinking about getting Venom. I kind of like that movie a lot, and think might get that one next year. Let's see. Okay, so there's a little pumpkin. So I know it lights up. It actually looks like made out of ceramic, so it's looks pretty cool. I know there's a switch to light it up. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's magnetic. You just come in, and it clicks right back in. So that's pretty cool. I thought it was just like a plastic thing, but no, it's actually pretty cool. The thing is, I know you turn it on. There's a switch right here that I'm assuming is the switch to turn it on. Oh, there you go. Oh, so that's cool. It comes with batteries already. most likely you have to unscrew that and then place the batteries in there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Let me see if I can get it close to the. Yeah, yep. So you see it right there. All right, that's a pretty cool feature. So definitely not gonna want to drop this. Right? Next, the tombstone. Let's see that. Okay. Again, it has some weight to it. Again, it looks like some ceramic type of material or something, but pretty cool. As from the original movie, 1947, and died October 31, 1963. So, place that right here. The cloth, if you want, I'm assuming you could dress them up and put the little glasses, but let me tell you, the material of the cloth is not your typical cloth. It has a good quality texture to it, so. But I'm not really going to touch this because, again, I'm not. Actually, there you go. Look at that. I just noticed right now that the glasses are broke. So you always want to inspect the figure when it comes. And now that I'm seeing it, I don't even. All right. So this glass, the side of it actually came off and broke. It was already broken. I didn't even take it out, but it already came broken. So Sideshow actually has a good customer service. If there's something defective in the item, they'll send you a replacement at no cost. You just got to send them a picture of what it is. And obviously, this is not something that I did. It already came like that. So I'm just going to leave it like such. So I can send them a picture of this glasses, how it was already broke. Typically, they don't come like that. Since I'm not really going to be displaying it with the white cloth, technically I could be like, all right, who cares, screw it. But I paid $250. Like, I expect perfection. So definitely will give Sideshow a call about that, send them an email, see if I can get a replacement. All right. So the stand compared to other stands that I own, it's pretty basic, nothing too crazy. I wish they could have put like some white lettering around. Maybe when you stand it up, you can kind of see a little bit more, but it's just Halloween, nothing too special about this stand. They just put this right there, and I think that when they display it, they kind of like put it around there, but we'll mess around with that later. All right, let's get to the figure. Let me put this to the side real quick. All right, get to the figure. All right. And I was doubtful about getting this one. At first, I was like, should I get it? Should I not? It's a classic. That's how I thought of it. I was like, I like owning things that are classic, original, and I didn't kind of be in that fear of missing out. You know, I didn't want to do that. So I heard mixed reviews about him. Some people like it, some people don't. Me personally, I'm not like a die-hard fan. So I am a fan, but not like die-hard where I'm like making sure like, oh, well, the nose is not the way I wanted it. So, because I know there's some people that choose it to be, but offhand, as you can see, let me see if you could zoom it in the camera, it doesn't look that bad. You know, it doesn't look that bad. It does not look that bad. So, let's see. The material, it's pretty good. Nothing crazy. Just what I like to see in these figures when I always get them is just to see how the flexibility is. Making sure the joints, I don't pull them any way that they're not supposed to. But this one's pretty flexible. And here you can kind of move it like a 90-degree angle, almost 45 degrees. The joints here, they only bend this much, nothing like that. So it stops right here, so I'm not gonna push it anymore. But all right, the boots, let's see. Yeah, pretty good quality, not bad. Realistic. So depending on which Halloween you actually like. I think this one's from like 2018, or not actually, no, probably sooner than that one. I forgot which exact movie it's from. I think it's one of the first ones actually. But anyway, I know some people don't like the structure of the head and all that, but again, I'm not a diehard fan, but I'm just a fan. So if you're just a fan looking to have something cool on your display, maybe have that or classic horror film kind of display. You know, the other ones are like Jason, Freddy Krueger, or Ghostface, but I think this one was my favorite at all just because the movie hyped it up a little bit more. So that marketing did help Sideshow sell more of these for sure. So then the arms, they rotate up to here. I wouldn't push it any further, but then again, you're not going to display him like this. I don't think so. But kind of display. Just make sure you check there's no rips or anything, because again, you're paying for a 200 plus figure. You want to make sure everything is good. I know to remove the mask and put the white cloth over him. Let me put him down real quick. I know underneath. Yep, there you go. You can swap out the head and pretty much pop it out and put this one in place. So you can put that in, but you'll kind of look like this. Let me see if I. So kind of. Yeah, there we go. You put here. You put the glasses, kind of like there, but again, this one's broke, so I'm not gonna use that. And again, if you want to display them like that, me personally, I'm not going to, because I don't know, I just not going to. So you do have that option though. So you would take off the head and put that there. So, and you would most likely hold on to the shoulders and just pull up, and the head will come out. But again, these figures are super sensitive, and if the way I do it is if I don't have to move the head or anything, like I most likely won't. I just don't want to risk breaking it. So let's swap out the hands. I definitely want to hit some different poses. So the hand is actually easy to pop out. You will just kind of see the joint there. It has this little part here. Let me right here. Yeah, you see that? Yeah. So this is easy. You can easily take it out. It pops out pretty quick. Trying to find. I think this is the hand that. So again, it comes with the two different little knives. It would have been cool if they were made out of metal. That would have been cool, but they're not. They're just regular plastic ones. So, would have been also cool if they would have put a magnet, maybe. That way, could just easily hold on to it. But it just, you have to kind of clip it in here, and you know, hold on to it. Again, you have to be really careful with these, because the last thing you want to do is break something. Let me see how he holds his knife. I think he holds it like suppose like this, but with the knife down. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna be doing this pose. All right. So we're gonna, again, it's pretty easy to pop back in the arm or the hand into the arm. You should hear a little click, and then that's it. So I'm kind of gonna give him the old staring pose, kind of like he has there with his hands out. So now I'm gonna have to switch this one. Again, you wanna hold on to his forearm here, and then just carefully squeeze it out, right? Let me see how this one. Yeah. Okay. I'm always cautious about doing that because when you break it, you feel it. Trust me, it's not a good feeling. All right, so we're gonna switch it out with this hand, kind of like he's waiting for someone to grab. That was a little harder to put in, but it worked. All right, so you would get your stand, and you would display him. Sometimes, if you want, you can display him with this thing in the middle, or you can just take it away. You don't have to. But you see, I would have him hold them here, have him holding this to the back. Open up his shoulders a little more, give him that. So the lighting will play a big role in this. You make sure you have a nice light that shines directly to him so you can kind of see his face. And sorry if I don't have that lighting, it's just I'm doing this in my kitchen, so. Not sure where you're gonna put this. Let me bring the camera. So I'm filming on my laptop and on my phone, so bear with me, please. Not really sure where you put this. Put it back here. Oh, that's not gonna work. Anyway, hold on. All right, so kind of give him this look, and if put him there. Let me turn off the lights to see if we can get better lighting for him. Hold on. All right, so turning off the lights just so we can see. Place the camera down, kind of so we can see this a little bit lighter. With it turned on. All right, there we go. All right, so that's him right there with the light, pumpkin light on, and his pose right here. Again, if you have him in a display box, he'll look better with the light towards his face. But overall, I'm gonna tell you, if you're not really a diehard fan, the face doesn't really bother me. Some people talk about the lineup. It's not as similar to the movie is, but hey, I just like the figure. I like who he is. I'm not the biggest fan, but I just wanted to have him, to add him to the collection. So I thought he was somebody cool. Overall, I'm gonna say 9 out of 10, and I'll tell you why it's 9 out of 10. The part that broke off is definitely something I didn't want to see happen, and then the display is a little simple, to be honest. Nothing too crazy, but it's a 9 out of 10. Definitely, if you're into the horror films and you want to have the collection, I would definitely recommend getting it. Don't think about it, because hey, if once these are gone, they're gonna be worth like $400 or $500 plus, because people will be selling it like that on eBay. So, you know, it's crazy prices. So if you can get it for cheaper on the actual website, go ahead and get it. But hey, that's my opinion on this guy. I think he's okay. Let me put the camera back. So yeah, that was my overall opinion on Michael Myers Deluxe Edition from Sideshow, the 6-scale figure. Again, a 9 out of 10. The figure in itself, it looks great displayed up with the light right on him. It's going to look even better. So if you have a good spot where you can shine the light directly at his face and he'll look better, he'll definitely go right in. So again, if you're a collector, I definitely recommend getting this guy, adding him to your collection. Even if you're not into horror films, I'm not into horror films, but I had one of my favorites, which is him. And if I do get one later on, most likely Ghostface. But yeah, I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in my next buy, which most likely will be Spider-Man, maybe? I don't know. Who knows? You have to see. Hey, and if you haven't liked, comment, or subscribed anything, please subscribe. Please like this video. Please comment any feedback that you want to know about this figure or any other figures from Sideshow. Have a good day, and remember, one galaxy.